Welcome to Guru Trader video for Thursday, April the 15th, 2010. Here's the 7 market movers that we're watching today. On the TSX Venture, symbol AVR again, Avion Gold Corp, 80 cents. IAE again, Ithaca Energy, 250. On the TSX, KAT again, Katanga Mining Limited, $1.53. ICI, Inter-Citic Minerals Inc., $1.24. That's a new one. Following up again on MAR, Marathon PGM Corp, 219. And it's been a while since we've mentioned WTN, Western Coal Corp, 681 today. And lastly, on the NASDAQ, SIRI again, Sirius XM Radio, $1.12 today. Let's take a closer look at these stocks. Alright, first stock today, AVR again, Avion Gold Corp, 80 cents, up 6, 8% move. Over 9 million shares traded today, volume picking up it seems. $240 million market cap, 300 million shares outstanding. Yesterday, the volume picked up, and we were wondering if it was going to finally take out that 79-cent high, which it did on January the 6th. It did. The low was 24.5 cents, which it did July of last year, July 14th. So it took out the 79, actually traded as high as 83 today. Still looks good. West African gold properties, they put out news today. Avion intersects 21.77 grams over 21 meters near surface, 2 kilometers south of Tebekoto. So they also look in here. They have a Djambe 2 gold zone. They also mentioned this Fugala zone. So different areas on these properties in West Africa. We started mentioning AVR on December 29th at 56 cents, so we're just following up on that one. IAE, Ithaca Energy, 250 up 24, 10% move, a little over 2 million shares traded. It's a $400 million company. The previous 52-week high was 251, which it did on March 25th. The low was 43 cents, which did May 1st of last year. Nice looking chart for last year. Broke that 251 high and traded as high as 271 today. Pulled back from that, so we're sitting right on that 52-week high. Let's look at the 1-year chart. Yeah, it gives you, a little more uniform. I like that slope. Anyway, I don't know this company too well. I was looking at their financials here. First quarter 2010 production and 2010 production guidelines or guidance. There talks about their barrels of oil production per day over the January, February, March. Their averages. They're situated. It's a North Sea oil and gas company. So I haven't really gotten into it too far, but that's there's some fundamentals behind this company to look into. So we're just starting to follow that one. Or actually, no, what am I saying? We first mentioned Ithaca at $1.42 on February the 1st, and again at $1.77 on March 9th. So we're just following on that because it made the new high today. Okay, on the Toronto Stock Exchange, the TSX, KAT, Katanga Mining Limited, $1.53 up 22 cents, 16% move, almost 5 million shares. This is a substantial company. It's almost $3 billion market cap. The previous 52-week high was $1.55, which it did on May the 13th of last year. The low, the low was April 28th, right here, at 28 cents. So hasn't done anything really over the last year, and if you draw a line right across those tops, you'll see that this dollar was a breakout point, and we mentioned it on April the 12th at $1.13 when it did make that pop. Now the regulators asked for an explanation on the 12th, and they basically said not aware of any material undisclosed development that would cause today's upward movement in its share price. And then kind of chuckled on the next paragraph where they talk about their Democratic Republic of Congo producing refined copper and cobalt. The company has the potential to become Africa's largest copper producer and the world's largest cobalt producer. So isn't that interesting? But I don't see any news still to explain why this stock's gone up almost 50% in the last few days. So we're keeping an eye on it. It's still on our radar. New symbol, ICI, Inter-Citic Minerals. $1.24 up 20 cents, showed up on the percentage gainers, up 19%. Now only 800,000 shares traded, so be careful of that. 89 million shares at a $110 million company. The previous 52-week high was $1.23, which it did on January the 7th, pulled back, and came up here, draw a line across that, and we're breaking through that again. April 17th of last year was the low at 40.5 cents. Not a bad chart, almost a channel. Perfect. on a almost not quite a 45-degree angle over the last year. I don't know this company very well. Just I was reading this. Inter-Citic releases drill hole results from their Dacheng gold project. That's in China. So I think there's other properties they comment on. No, mainly all Dacheng trench results. Anyway, so it's a Chinese, I believe it's gold, gold project. So just starting to follow that one. The new high today, it traded as high as 133 so far. So moving on, MAR again on the TSX Marathon PGM Corp, 219 up 27 cents, 14% move. Showed up on the percentage gainers. Volume just under 2 million. Shows only 31 million shares outstanding. $68 million company. Previous 52-week high was $1.99, which it did a couple days ago on the 13th at $1.99. The low was 48 cents, April 24th of last year. So this one here, they're moving on this. April 13th, they mentioned Marathon hits 4 gold intervals over 65 grams within a broader 9-meter interval of 38 grams at their Leprechaun deposit. That's in Newfoundland. Also take a look at MOA on the Venture Exchange, Mountain Lake Resources, or Mountain Lake Resources. Followed Mountain Lake in the past, and actually that's the one I was commenting on. But when I found the connection on why Mountain Lake was moving, it was based on these results where Marathon is the operator. So we first mentioned Marathon on its own on $1.85 on the 13th. So we're going to keep that on our radar, and made a new high, traded as high as 228 today. So there's the new high. Western Coal Corp, WTN on the TSX 681 up 30 cents. It's only 5% move, but keep in mind this stock just keeps making new highs. The volume's just under 5 million. The 52-week high was at 652 on April the 14th, so yesterday. The low on this stock was 70 cents April 15th of last year. Look at the chart over the last year. This is a substantial company. We first mentioned Western Copper. Almost too pricey for us to keep. We're going to keep following it as long as it trends higher, but it's higher priced than most stocks that we follow. December 17th, we mentioned them at 324. That was the first time. March 16th, 476. March 17th at 513. Today at 681. So anyway, if you look back at the longer term chart, you'll see that this stock was at $10 at one point. And if you go to our earnings tab and our analyst tab, you'll get more information as far as high-low price targets and earnings estimates and how many analysts are following the stock. So that might give you some more information. Moving on, last stock, SIRI again. Sirius XM radio trades on the NASDAQ. $1.12 up a nickel again today. 200 million shares traded, and that's not outstanding. That's just today. 3.8 billion shares outstanding, $4 billion company. Now, we've been mentioning it. We keep mentioning it. First time we mentioned Sirius was at 73 cents on January 20th. That would be somewhere around here. And we've mentioned them several times. It'd have these little pullbacks. Now, this kind of concerned us, but it did hold its support, and we mentioned them again a few days ago. But it needs to take out that 118 top. It didn't quite do it. It touched the 118, which is where it is right now. Well, it traded as high as 118 today. The previous 52-week high was 118, which it did on February the 18th. The low is 30 cents. So it needs to get through that 118 comfortably to make the next leg. In the short term, if you're looking at the short term, fundamentals, you know it better than I do probably. Howard Stern, a lot of big names. MSNBC just added a program. They reported yesterday they added over 171,000 net subscribers in the first quarter. So anyway, technically looks good. We'll keep it on our radar and keep an eye on it. That's about it for today. Trade safely, do your homework, and we'll talk with you tomorrow. Guru Trader videos and tweets are daily snapshots of 5 to 7 very active small and microcap stocks from all North American stock exchanges. We simply track stocks that are trading up significantly on news or making new highs on very high volume without any further consideration of company fundamentals. The point is to save time by focusing on only those stocks that are moving right now. Guru Trader symbols come from filtering market movers and from subjective observations. Our software cross-references today's volume actives, percent gainers, and dollar gainers, which are filtered down to just lower price stocks. We then look at each stock's charts for apparent uptrends, and news headlines for obvious one-day-only events to exclude, like a buyout, or for longer-term growth-related news like financials, drill results, patent approvals, etc. to include. This is similar to how many traders look for new stocks as a starting point for further research with their financial and investment advisors. This is not an advisory service, and conflicts may exist as we sometimes take positions, or featured stocks may have bought online advertising or IR support services. Any content published by Investors Guru Small Cap Stock Observer is subject to the terms of our privacy policy and disclaimer at investorsguru.com. For our other small cap stock channels, follow Twitter's Guru Trader Tweet in real time on your PC or mobile device at twitter.com/investorsguru. Subscribe to watch YouTube's Investors Guru video channel at youtube.com/investorsguru. Search Investors Guru at facebook.com and add us as a friend to see our videos, tweets, etc. that are all synced to post on our wall. It's free to sign up at investorsguru.com stock community for comprehensive quotes, newsletters, profiles, forums, etc., or to update your portfolio, watch list, alerts, and news by email preferences. Thanks for watching.